Hey, what's going on, y'all? Houston Sports Spotlight back with another video. This one's kind of addressing the Deshaun Watson situation, man. There was a recent post that a 49ers fan page had created, and Deshaun Watson reportedly liked the photo and commented on it, saying something like "dope pick" or yada yada yada. But this whole situation with Deshaun Watson is starting to piss me off. I've backed Deshaun from day one, and it's starting to get to the point where I don't support Easterby. Don't get me wrong. I don't support the organization at all. They're a bunch of fucking idiots. Let's not get that fucked up. But Deshaun Watson starting to at least lose my support. And one fan on a million is that don't really mean shit. But look, man, I'm gonna put it like this. He's gonna be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL next year. I'm pretty sure more than Patrick Mahomes, at least for next year. He's gonna be the number one paid quarterback. Well, you're making $40+ million at 25 years old, and you complained about the GM search, which, in my opinion, I don't know why he needed to be involved. The head coach, sure, but he really didn't need to be involved in the GM search. You better get your ass in Houston and talk to this organization. I'm so sick and tired of this shit, man. You went to Cabo a day after the season ended amidst not having a head coach or a general manager. Think about that. You say, yeah, he played a long-ass season, 16 games, getting his ass kicked behind a not-so-great O-line, sacked almost 50 times, took a couple of hits here and there, too. But you went to Cabo immediately, man. There was no, you don't understand. The NFL offseason is one of the longest in professional sports. You got plenty of fucking time to go to Cabo. How you are not at home communicating with this organization, I do not understand. You went the day after to Cabo. That doesn't make sense to me. And then you refuse to talk to the organization, which is another point that doesn't make sense to me. Then he finally gets home, and he still refuses to talk to the organization. The only reports of talking are Cal and him over some text messages, which really doesn't mean shit. You can lie to your fucking boss over a text message like it's nothing. The best way you can tell if someone's really meaning something is looking them in the eye and having a conversation with them. If I don't feel like going to work tomorrow, I tell my boss, hey, man, I'm not feeling good. Hey, man, I got XX and X coming up over a text message. And he's just going to say, all right, man, I'll see you the next day you work. Like, how are you making $40 million, unhappy with the organization, want to see change inside of the organization, and refuse to communicate with the organization? That can't coexist. Then he's back in Houston for like 3 days, and then he goes to California. Like, bro, come on, man. You got my support still. You're losing it, but you still got my support. If you want to be the centerpiece of, not even just the Texans, if you want to leave, okay, make that decision. If you want to be the centerpiece of any organization, you can't act like this. You got to have communication. If Deshaun decides to leave, I don't want to see him go out like James Harden did. Everyone pissed at how he went out. I don't want that for Deshaun Watson. I don't want him to leave, period. But if he does go out, he got to go out better than James Harden. Because the whole city loved James Harden, but we didn't like the way he went out. And I'm starting to feel the same way about Deshaun Watson. You got to man the fuck up and communicate, bro. I'm sorry. You're going to California, riding with players with the 49ers, just riding with George Kittle. Hanging out with, wearing 49ers jerseys and shit, man. Teasing the fucking, fuck the organization. This isn't fair to the fan base. The entirety of the fan base supports Deshaun Watson, and this is not fair to them. I mean, that's a giant fuck you to the fans, the people who care. If you're doing this to piss off Easterby and Cal, that's kind of one thing to get their attention, sure. But you got millions of fans who are like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Most of us aren't NFL insiders. We see what you're posting on social media, and we go, oh shit, this is how Deshaun feeling. Even if that's not how it's supposed to be interpreted, that's how it's being interpreted. A prime example is Bledsoe. And back when he was a Sun, he had put a tweet out saying, I don't want to be here. And that was in relation to being in a barbershop where he was waiting too long to get his hair cut. That tweet was taken as a sign that he doesn't want to be with the Phoenix Suns. 3 days later, he was traded. That's what it is starting to become with Deshaun Watson. We are seeing all these posts, all these rumors about him wanting out. And it's honestly starting to gain traction, in my opinion. I keep telling myself, no, it's not that. These sites are just blowing smoke up their asses to try to get clicks, which, probably is true. But it's also starting to look like a real possibility, man. And here's how I view it. If you want to be the franchise piece for the Texans, you need to get the fuck back to Houston and communicate with this organization. If you don't, request a trade. It's that simple. You got one of two decisions to make. communicate with the organization, and make steps to becoming a winning franchise or request a trade. I'm like I said, I do not want Deshaun Watson ever leaving a Texans uniform. But fuck, this is unfair to the fans, man. I would rather know Deshaun's decision. If he wants out, at least we know he's out, and we're no longer sitting here, drilling into our heads, hey, maybe he just means this, this, and this. We know what the fuck he wants. It's unfair to us as a fan base, bro. You gotta man the fuck up, grab life by the balls, and start making some big boy decisions. I'm sorry. I mean, you can't be taking all these vacations. Like, wait until we have a head coach. Joe Brady said, excuse me, not Joe, he didn't say this, but there was reports that Joe Brady wanted to have a sit-down with Deshaun Watson to make sure, they were on the same page about him potentially being hired, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, you are not in fucking Houston. Those conversations can't happen, and we potentially lose out on candidates. Because, I'll use Philly, for example, because they're looking for a new head coach. If Joe Brady was in Houston trying to have a conversation with Deshaun Watson, that couldn't happen because he was in Cabo, maybe Brady gets picked up by someone else. And now you out of a head coach and have to go with option 2 or 3. He is hurting this organization, man. You got to man up. You want to be the franchise quarterback, act like the franchise quarterback. Because no matter what Deshaun Watson thinks, that's what impacts the locker room. I guarantee you, if Deshaun Watson put a statement out saying, I know this isn't going to happen, but saying he has something along the lines of supporting Jack Easterby, I guarantee you a good chunk of that locker room would come out in support of Jack Easterby. This man everything he says is influential. He is a top 3 quarterback in the league. He is arguably the most liked player in the league. So he needs to start acting like the most liked player in the league, and he needs to communicate with this organization. I'm so sick and tired of this shit, man. Do you know how frustrating as a fan that's on Twitter? I wake up every fucking morning to some new bullshit I have to deal with. 20 different fucking jersey swaps, bro. Now there's reports saying, oh, he wants to go to Miami. Maybe he wants to go to San Fran, bro. That is so frustrating, bro. And don't get me wrong, a large part of it is because the Texans are an incompetent organization. I'm not arguing that. But this is a two-way street. Any relationship, in order to work, takes both parties to communicate and cooperate. The Texans fucked it up, and now they're trying to fix it, and Deshaun Watson doesn't want to hear it. So look, man, if you don't want to hear it, and you feel like this is beyond repair, request a trade. And that pains me to say, bro. But if that's how you feeling, bro, do what you got to do, man. I'm going to support you no matter where you go. I want you to get a ring. I hope you like James Harden. I hope you get you a ring somewhere, especially if it's not in Houston, bro. I just want to see you win one day. But at the end of the day, bro, you gotta be a big boy. I mean, you're not answering calls from the team. You only exchanging a few texts here and there. We as fans at least see what's on, bro. We see what's on social media and we start worrying, bro. It's not fair. Other than a very small amount of people in the league, relating to player personnel, players, organizations, insiders, and the grand scheme of things, there is not a lot of people who know what the fuck goes on in the NFL. It's unbelievable that we've really gotten to this point, man. I can't, we have an incompetent organization and a franchise quarterback that doesn't want to work. Man, Texans fans, we really some of the realists. I'm not even trying to blow smoke up our asses, bro. We really some of the realists. The fact that we still stick with this team, bro. The bullshit since the fucking season ended, I can't name one day we haven't been clowned for a new report coming out. Okay, y'all? Because if you really can, please let me know in the comments. Because that should be a national fucking holiday, bro. Like I said, bro, Texans fans, y'all some of the best around because we deal with the bullshit like no other fan base got to deal with, bro. I saw a report on Bleacher Report like we the new Browns 2.0. I think we're worse than the Browns 2.0 because the Browns were tanking on purpose at least. They were being fucking stupid on purpose. We tried to win this year. That's the fucked up part. We tried to win this year. We went 4-12. Man, I don't know, man. I'm losing sanity day by day. I hope y'all have a good one, bro. It's my H-Time Sports Spotlight. Y'all stay safe. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace. Y'all have a good one.